Alrighty, I can start it here. Last time we worked on most of her outfit and form and stuff. Um, there's a couple things I still need to address though. One of them's pretty big. I just noticed it a little late, but it is the um, this leg here. So yeah, you got your little ball socket. Even if this one is slightly tilted downwards, like the length just isn't that that long. So I need to pull up this whole thing. Problem is I got this stinking chain in the way. But I don't know, maybe if I oh yeah. Maybe if I separate some things, it'll get a bit easier. So yeah, we'll just start with that. Get this chain unlock or unloosened. Okay, we just need general, like pretty close, but yeah, not exact because we're gonna be painting a ton anyways. So what's a little more? No, this chain is compared to the last picture is actually better, believe it or not. I mean, it doesn't look that great, but yeah, that's what we got to work with. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. Alrighty, so yeah, we'll start with that. Just putting that on a new layer. And so that way, we'll go back to the original layer, and now we are going to grab this whole leg here. Alright. So yeah, don't need to be too accurate, we just need to make sure we get everything. Alright. And finish. Ooh. I mean, I guess the more accurate I am, though, the easier it will be, so maybe I should take a little bit of time. Alright. Now let's separate that. Okie dokie. So yeah, now we can take that out. And yeah, let's see what we can do here. So I want to keep the ankle pretty close. What if we just whoop? That looks a little funny. I mean, but well, oh, that was an accident. Well, we just rotate it a little bit. And then that would mean we would then have to take this and bring that up like that. Which isn't that bad. I don't know, I still think this is just better for here. Now, alright, so now if I take this, brush it that way. Oops. Okay, and scrunch down a little bit. Okay, so you can kind of see where it leads a little bit more towards the hip there. Alright, let's just get our hard brush. So we can just start laying down some colors. Okay, so I'm going to take this and we're going to just erase some of this overlap. Alright. That was our next one. Alrighty. So yeah, let's work on some colors here. Wrong brush. Here we go. Alright, yeah. Alright, so I just want to get a little bit of the colors, I guess. Alrighty. Gonna fix that chain down there too. Alright, let's add a little. Alright, I think we can add a little bit of volume to this. Hopefully. There we go. Oh, that is all not zip out out. Okay, a little hard to differentiate what's going on here, but I think that's fine. Because yeah, it's not gonna be like, shouldn't be the center or anything of attention. Alright, so now if we come under here, let's get some of the background, yeah, just filled in. Alright. So yeah, let's add some similar colors around. Oops. Alrighty. So now, this darkness here though is a mood. I wonder if I can just deselect that. Oh yeah, pretty good. Move that over. Yeah, maybe about there. You know, I need to or too hard. Alright. Get these close colors. things. Alright, so it looks like we're getting reflections here. This darkness should really be over here. So it really doesn't need to be here. So I'm just going to take out. Okay, so now we can. Oh, that must have been one of my brushes I pushed out. Well, go find it again. Luckily, it's just right there. And yeah, let's add. Ooh, a little bit carefully. Add some. I don't know if motion's the right word, but direction. Direction to these colors. So you've got these kind of bouncing off this rock. We'll have this kind of coming around there. And just kind of smudge that a bit. Blend these guys. These ones might actually benefit, or this portion, from just a good old Gaijin. Yeah. So nice. Just gonna airbrush this a bit lighter. Alright, so yeah, I think. There we go. If we pull some of this out, don't think we need this darkness here. Let's just try to pull out the darkness right here. Oh, that one really. There we go. Alright. Okay, we just want a little bit of a blur on the edges. Yeah, just gonna blur this. Looks a little too much like ground. I mean, I know in real life the water can actually make things look really crisp and clear, but yeah, we're gonna go the opposite direction and make a contrast between the water and other things. It really depends, I guess, on how calm the water is. And got some motion in here, so I'm just gonna say the water's not all that calm. Okay, we can darken up around here a little bit. And really, I wonder what if we just kinda, oh, Yeah, we're going to make it, or try to make it look like, is that the foot? Yes, that's the toes. That they are under a bit of water. Okay. Yeah, let's just kind of extend her influence over the water reflection. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty dang okay. Maybe just see if I can. I mean, maybe a little hard to tell now. I might just have to use a brush. Make it look like there's some little ripples or something from these feet. Yeah, right? That's it. That was a pretty okay job. Alrighty then. Just checking something. Alright, let's get back to this. So, okay, let's take a look at this chain again. Okay, so yeah, if we want it in here, it would fit about right there. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more stuff to this leg. Yeah, it just looked a little bit. I want a little bit of gap there, but I don't know, it's a little too skinny. And really, alright, I just noticed this, but yeah, if you take a look how like narrow it gets here at the knee, and this one's like pretty large. Oh, sorry, it's messing up. Okay, oh, it's on the reverse, that's why. Okay, so we want to kind of get that there. Alright, actually, kind of went a little bit better than expected. So now we got that. Could probably adjust this too. Alright. Yeah, I'd say that's better at least. It's mostly the knee area, so even if I put some of this back in, I'd say that still looks okay. Nice, nice. Okay, let's see if I can erase some of these edges that are obscuring the background. Alright. Should be good enough. Alrighty, so now let's put this chain back on. Alright, we want to... I think I'm just gonna get rid of this whole bottom section. It looks like it went into a rock. Oops. Wrong layer. There we go. And so... yeah. Now it is a dangling there. Don't think we need it all the way up here. Really? I wonder what would happen if we just... took it, let's see about it there. And angle it. Because the reason I'm thinking is we have the hips about like right here, and then they come forward about like this, and then you got the whole leg here. And so the belt, yeah, this belt that these chains would be attached to is right here. And so it doesn't make sense that it like comes out here and then down. So I'm thinking it would just like maybe come down like right there even. So yeah, let's just try cutting it off right there. Just moving it over. Yeah, I'd say I like that because it makes sense. Okay, so now... oops. Alright. I just sneeze on me? My dog snuffling. Here she goes. Alrighty, so... okay, I'm just cleaning up these chains. Got a lot of leftover colors from when it was behind or in front of some other things. Alright, so let's can get rid of this here and that there. That's here. My dog just like laid down and like that took my hand further away from her because I'm just sitting here, and then she like looked at me like she she was offended that I stopped petting her. I'm like, what's this? What do you want from I'm trying to blame me for you laying away. Alright. Alright, I'm trying to. Yeah, just. Man, she looks so upset. I stopped petting her, but she was just like let out a really bad fart, and it smells pretty bad. Well, okay. Oh yeah, chains. Man, remind me to not do chains again. They're such a hassle. Huh? I mean, I'm essentially just redoing these all from scratch. Alright, I guess I just don't need to make them look that good because they are going to be hidden anyways. I don't need that highlight there. Don't need that highlight there. Put a little bit of light on this side. Okay. Darken this side. Darken that side. And separate. Okay, let's make that one the same as the others. Alrighty, now if I go to my, I don't know, I call it my hard brush because it's got no opacity, but I don't know, it's like the correct term for it. It's called Basic 5 Size Brush. Okay, yeah, I'd say that looks good. Ugh, I just noticed these chains up here. I still have to work on these chains down here. Okay, let's get started. I knew I was going to be doing chains today, so let's get her done. Alright. Here we go. Oh, shoot. I just realized. That is on a different layer. Alright. This one, I'm just going to be painting over the original piece because, sorry, I don't know why I called it a piece. The original art. Sorry, I don't know why I called it art. Picture. Just to speed things up, like, yeah, this doesn't have to be that accurate. This is all obscured anyways. So, alright, so yeah, let's just keep on keeping on. Alright, increase that. Well, let's say we already got a pretty good chain looking here. And yeah, let's add in some darks because it didn't need to of highlights. We already have some there. There we go. Alright. Boom, boom. Alright, just notice like that wonky bit there. Okay. Don't know what this is for, so I'll just get rid of it. Alright, now only 2 more chains. Alright, let's hop to them. Oh, I just noticed some other things. Alright. So this looks like it's got a different style of chain. I wonder if I should lean into that. I mean, I guess I could give it a whirl. Oh shoot, sorry. Here we go. Okay. Whoa, why is that? Oh man. I was like, man, that is way lighter than it looks. That's because I was erasing. Son of a gun. Okay. Let's try that one more time. Okay. Bow, bow, bow. So now. Yeah, it's gonna be different chains. Mostly because I'm lazy and I don't want to draw all more chains again. Because there's just so many links. Alrighty, so yeah, let's get. Get this obscured a bit. Alrighty. Alright, yeah, nice. So I just noticed this. It's gonna create the, not movement, but the direction that the cloth is laying, I guess. Just get it going the right way because it wasn't. Okay, let's head back over to our chains. And let's get some dark. Alright. Okay, we're just gonna make these like there's some kind of joints with really no explanation. Like, yeah, that's just how these work. Because why the frig not? Dang it, I mean, since frig. I mean, I usually don't say that, but I watched a VTuber called Elizabeth Bloodraven, I believe. There's probably another title in there or something. But she says that occasionally. The frig. Mostly when she doesn't know what to say from other people doing things. Alright. So now let's just decrease this. And we're just going to add a little bit of a shadow. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's go on through. And yeah, I think this is turned out pretty okay. Pretty okay for my standards anyways. Okay, let's add a little bit of blue. It is surrounded with blue. So just a little bit in between where the shadows and the lights meet. Just so, yeah, because the metal is very fucked up. And yeah, let's get on some nice little highlights. Alrighty. I feel like highlights are what makes metal look metal. Oh, alright, we got some kind of a chain there. Not a bad one, I like it. Alright. I'm going to just kind of make this all kind of like one thing. If that makes sense. Oh, that's why I was like, man, that is not a drop in color. Forgot I turned down the opacity. Okay, we're just gonna make that a regular old shirt. Well, I don't know, maybe it's more like a onesie now that I look at the whole outfit. Because this comes down and under the armor and just, yeah, I suppose it's more like a onesie. Alright, so we are going to maybe cut this a little short. Yeah, looks like it's still scrunch it up a bit. Alrighty. Yeah, okay, now already. just kind of work out the details of this belt. Let's add a little bit of this metal thing over here. Now we're going to kind of clean slate this portion so that we can copy it over on this side. Alright. Alright, yeah, it looks a little more like it's supposed to be something. I'll just continue this whole little circle thing. Alright. I don't think we need this. Actually, just kind of smother it up. And we probably, might be a little too thick. Alright. Got that all cleared up. Okay, last thing, I think, before I head over to the background is, this chain. Let's hop to it. Yeah. No worries. We're just gonna clean it up. Ooh. Oh, man, look at the mess that it's left for us. Alright, no worries though. We can buff it out. When in doubt, buff it out. We don't need to see all that anyways. Alrighty, yeah, I'd say just, okay, now we're just skip the link here, which totally makes sense for what the AI does. Alright, so let's add a link here. Okay, so now we can then change this link to here, here. Alright, yes. Cleaning up. Oh, really, I should have just, it looks like I should have just, started over, like, painted out the whole chain and then just drew another one because that's what I did essentially Oops, but now, I don't know, it's not as crisp, I guess, as it could have been. So let's just try to fix that up right now. Oop. Okay, I think that's coming together pretty good. There we go. Last chain is looking a little funky. Alright. Okay. Alright, there is the base of our chain. So, let's go through now and add, let's decrease the size of it. Go through and add all of our little shades. Because that's kind of just not, well, I just was getting, just I guess the paint on the canvas. Alright, yeah. Already getting some 3D technically elements to it, with the shadows. Alright, let's add some blue because mostly probably up here, because her shirt is got some blue on it. It is got some blue. Alright, there we go. It's a very pale blue, but I want to have like some kind of blue on it anyways. Alright, now we can add some highlights. Oh, maybe I'll do both this. So that was like a really light blue, and then I might go background with this pure white. Even smaller, and then, yeah, really make that, those highlights pop. Nice. Okay. Now let's finish this little ring off up here. So here we don't need these highlights right here. So let's see, it'll just come around. And then this thingy, my burb. Not exactly sure how it connects, but well, I'm just gonna give it a little bar. And a little bit of a, like a clippy thing. There we go. So now, oh, there we go. Add some really darkness there to like imply that there might be more metal underneath. trying to clarify what is happening here. What if I just decrease this ring here, and then, or just add some traps here. Trapezoid. Alrighty, yeah, I'd say that looks a lot better. Alright, nice, nice. Now we just gotta make this make sense. Okay, so I'll just add one more link here. Let's change the angle a little bit. There we go. Okay. Alright, now I'm just gonna color this. Alright, add some blue. Alright, now some light blue. I don't like how bright. So I guess it can be sort of bright, but it seems like it's really bright, but I guess that's, yeah, I guess it's okay. Alright, let's just add a little bit of highlights. Ooh, that's a big, thick highlight. We want a little highlight. Okay. Alright, so now we got our after and before. Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks a lot cleaner. I mean, this is like technically got more quotation marks details, but this definitely, I think, reads more accurate, a little bit more clear. And so, yeah, man, I really think that turned out well. So now, I mean, what if we now started doing some background? Man, it is really wide though. Alright, so now let's just get some color. Color up here. Nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna add in what, we're just extending this a little bit. So, I'm gonna add more details here. Alright, yeah, just like have that kind of come in. Alright, bring some water in. Oops, there we go. Get some reflection of the water. Alright. I'd say this is kind of going okay. I mean, okay, as in, yeah, it's looking kind of funny, but that's okay for now. Don't want to always look funny. Alright, I was just... Oh, what the... How did that get around? Oh, oops. Yeah, because this is open here. Alright, now let's try it. Alrighty. So, yeah, we'll just have that come down there. This can, like, continue on here. Do a little things, little dance. Something. Okay. So this, though, is different than the other ones. Because this has, like, this is a continuation of that tier. This is not. So... So yeah, that's why it's looking a little different. So maybe bring this over back here, and this can come back around like that. You know, it's not so bad if you just kind of like squint and stuff. Alright, let's see how this does in the sky. The easiest part of this, let's see if I can do that. Alright, I'd say so far. Okay, let's just switch to the airbrush. There's some things that are not kinda... Okay, this might take the other brush. But... yeah, we'll just, uh-oh. Got a sneeze coming up. Oh, shoot. My dog was sleeping right there. And I scared her. Yeah, she's okay. Yeah, go back to sleep. Okay. Alrighty. Whew, man. Alright, but you squint hard enough, it looks like it's okay. There we go. this side. Hmm. Alrighty. So let's move on to our drag roller. Alright, yeah. Just add a little bit of what's our proper continuity. Okay, a little bit of variation. Some little highlights out there. Okay, now let's continue on. Yeah, actually, don't want to add too much detail here because the only reason I'm doing this is to oh yeah, is to make it fill up the whole screen. But what is okay? Resolution. All right, that is 400 pixels operating time. Okay, it is way larger than I thought. Let's see here. Image. Scale image to new size. Well, looks like that might not be proper. Okay, what if we do this? Image. Size canvas. Here we go. So the width is 3840 and the height is 2160. Alright, so let's see. Alright, yeah, I think that'll work out perfect. So alright, yeah. So now it'll be easy, just watch out. Now it's proper resolution. Oh no, I didn't do that before. Well, my bad. Alright. Alright, so yeah, let's head back over to this little plane. There's one tiny little smidge of a line to just come on down. Alright. So yeah, just add some little pepper in. Oops. Alright, yeah, I'd say this will turning out okay so far. We'll see how it continues, but yeah, I'm surprised. Well, it's, I don't know, it's like obviously like an addition, but it's still like a little bit better than I was afraid I was gonna do. Okay, actually I want to break up some of this just slope. There we go. It was just too slopey for me. We needed some bumps in there. Alright. So, yeah. Let's just continue adding details up Was there range? That might be a little too steep. Okay, yeah, let's get some. I guess it doesn't have to be steep. Alright. And that's all water. Alrighty. Alright, let's head over to our airbrush for this water. 1, 2. Yeah, do a little. Oh man, my eyes are like. I'm just like trying to focus so much. They're getting a little wonky. Alrighty. Alright, so yeah, if we just take that right there, and just say that's coming across. Yeah, let's just add some colors in here. This is, yeah, like I was saying, turning out surprisingly okay. Okay, so for these, let's just head over to a sponge texture. Decrease that. Just so they give it some like fake, not fake, but like texture, I guess. Alrighty, now let's see if we can do something similar to the other side. Also, let's see, it looks like it's right there. Okay. Oh, why isn't that expanding? What is going on here? Oh, that's because. Here we go. Alright, so now what if I just took this? Yeah, alright, let's see. Although I might, let's try taking some of these colors, so. Alright, I'm just gonna Hmm. A little. Yeah, let's try that again. Mirror. See here, if I do it vertically, that goes this way, right? Horizontally, yeah. I think that's right. Okay. Oh, did I accidentally redo it? Okay, there we go. What? What's going on here? Why? Okay, why is this happening? Let's just, okay, start over. Duplicate. Take this new layer, and we're going to mirror it vertically. Oh, maybe I was wrong. So, mirror horizontally. Did it. Whew, it just took me a little bit. Okay. You know, just gonna learn tools. Alright, so, yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, I mean, put some of these colors over here as well on the foreground. Because, yeah, because they're not, they're not that far removed from things. From each other. Sorry, I don't know, I just said things. Guess, I got distracted and kind of lost count of what I was, or track of what I was doing. Alrighty. So let's go back to our dry roller and try to match this side. Alright, let's get this far back piece a little bit better. Alright. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Get some of this little highlight here. There we go. Nice, nice. So far, so good. Yeah, let's just add some of this all over. Alright, now yeah, let's just, so this is now the ground color, but should it be? Maybe it's not the ground color. Okay. Oh yeah, add like a little witcha. There we go. Okay, now there we go. Add this ridge up there. Going. Alright. Yeah, if I look at it, it's just like the immediate transition, it looks kinda okay. It's it's not. It's like once you like zoom out, you're like, oh no. But I'm not worried about that yet. Hmm. How do I want to? There we go. Um. Yeah, that looks okay. Alright, so yeah, let's get our little corner down. Alright, yeah, let's get this edge, this top up there. Let's cut that sharper. Let's bring that down and down. Add some little highlights here. Alrighty. Okay, let's start going through. And coloring. Yeah, just coloring it. So, yeah. I mean, Krita like has a recording software, but it doesn't record like the actual screen, like the brush. It records brush strokes. So, which means, oh shoot, like you wouldn't be able to tell where my brush is, like where I'm working, unless like the stroke of paint was like very obvious. But like if I was just like, what the heck? Oh, that's not even part of the maintenance. But yeah, if I was just like going over like this, like you wouldn't be able to probably even tell. Because of yeah, how little detail um I'm changing, and so whoa, there we go. All right, yeah, let's add some of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of here, some of there, and then do it again up here. Alright, dun dun dun. So I would say if you were zoomed out, you might not be able to tell. Um, Not quite sure if that's true or not. But that was like the goal, I suppose. Alright, let's. Yeah, there is a disparity between the colors. We could call it a lighting thing, like from the right and the left. I think it's a-okay. It's okie dokie. Alright, let's see if we can add more of these little Um, branches. You know what? Let's do what we always do. And when I say we, I mean me. Alright, well, might be a little harder than I thought. Okay, I just wanna get as closely, and then I am going to copy and paste this stick so we can get more little sticks everywhere. Mm-hmm. Alright. Maybe just add a little more of the thickness here. We want a thick branch. Alright. So now if we just Control V. Alrighty. He, oh, branch for you. And a branch for you. And a branch for you. Okay. Thinking right there. Alright, so let's start with this guy. Let's make him a little short, stubby guy. And we actually want to go through and merge groups. Because there we go. Because there's hardly anything there anyways, so. Alrighty. And now, oops. I can, just take that. Yeah, nice. Alright. This one, we're going to get pretty large. Just put it right there. Alright, so now we can take, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. You know what? Because we do want it blurry. So what if we just like cha-cha-cha? Like, kinda. Alright, what? Oh, that's why. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh man, I just noticed the music was not playing. Alright, guess I've been working on this a little bit longer than I thought. Okay, so now let's go there. We're just gonna darken this one a bit more. Yeah, we don't need that much of a highlight. this top. There we go. And then let's come down to here and add so that kind of bring it in. I guess we technically need to do that with this one here as well. Oh. Alright, let's carve that out a little bit. Make it a little bit different. Okay, so let's do, oh, yeah, now this one. Alright, so this one, we're also gonna flip this way. Keep it pretty tiny. And tiny. Oh, what if we, just erased. Okay, I'm gonna just select it. It was just like not wanting to. Alrighty, so now we can just take some background and put a little thing on it. So that looks like it is way in the background. Let's just make it a little bit straighter. Alrighty, I just noticed. We got a little thing here. Did I do that? Alrighty, so which ones do we have left? Alright, and this one. Let's just give it the same treatment that we gave our last one. We're gonna just kind of wanna give it a little bit bigger base because it's all about that base. I don't think getting a little funky. Alright, something I just thought of. Because, like, I'm painting these so they don't stand out as much. But this one kind of stands out, and I don't like it standing out that much. So, alright. Alright, that should be good. Let's start this one actually. It got a little broken or something. Alright, now let's ground it. Bum, 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 bum. With alright. That's a little dark. It shouldn't be that dark. There we go. Now we can lighten up that. Okay. What we can do, get this little guy. Throw out some. What are these little things? Well, I guess it's over there. Because these are, see, now it's a little bit sharp. So what if I just blurred this whole background? Let's see what would happen. Alright, so we got after, before, after, before. Yeah, I'd say it like does a little bit, not as much as I was expecting, but I think I like it a little bit with it more than not. Okay. Well, I believe I think that will be about everything I can think of doing. I mean, yeah, maybe play with the eyes a bit. Whoa. Hmm. I forgot I did an eye. No, no. Here we go. Decrease that just a bit for this side. Then a little bit harder of an angle. Get some of those little streaks in there. Alright, what happens if we... That's what I thought. Alright, let's try merging group. Now it is all one. Alright, I'm thinking, let's add. I don't think it'll work. I was gonna try to add some like lashes on the bottom. Well, I kind of worked on that one. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What do you think? With or without? Oh, yes, Milkshake Deluxe. Hello, this is an AI that I manually fix. Um, I don't do it all the time, but I don't know, sometimes it's pretty fun. Here's, see if we can do it before and after. So yeah, here is what I've done. This is the start. So, cleaned up a lot of it, just made most the stuff kind of like make sense. So, yeah, I just kind of, yeah, it's pretty fun. I mostly do it if I like see one that's like, oh, that's cool. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that ruins it, which is like a lot, most AI pictures, but, okay, if it's zoomed out, I don't know, the colors almost don't match the environment though, but that, I don't know, actually I like the darker eyes better. I think I'll keep those. I'm just going to find where there we go. Alright. So yeah, I think that is all I'm gonna do for today. Background's not really my main focus, so that is gonna remain kind of like rough looking, um, but yeah, I'd say the character is done mostly as so. So I'm probably gonna call that good for now. Oh yeah, add some of those things.